Shit.
Damn, dude. I don't have a knock joke for you.
Son.
Damn, Daniel.
What a good start. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Welcome to episode 16? 16
Yeah, 16
of the podcast. Never thought we'd say those numbers.
Didn't think we get this far, dude.
But yes, welcome to episode 16 of the podcast.
Welcome back.
It's insane. We've got a very good one for you today. Well, hopefully, we haven't recorded it yet.
Yeah. Hopefully it goes well. It's a game we're very excited about and we've wanted to talk about for like ages.
Yeah,
since
and
it came out.
Obviously, judging by the title, you will have figured out this is Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah. Or maybe even by the thumbnail.
I mean, yeah.
That would probably be the first thing because it's like...
Not if you're on Spotify.
Yeah, well, true.
Yeah.
If it's the thumbnail, it's just the podcast on Spotify.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're talking about Metroid Prime. I'm so excited to talk about it.
Yeah, this is timely. We actually went into the sex shop yesterday, and just to clarify, CEX, like the Entertainment Exchange. It's a chain of stores.
Yeah.
On the YouTube video, I might pop up a picture of what they
look
like.
Good. That might be good.
I've always called them the sex shop because the logo was CEX, and so I say
like sex change.
I saw an ad on YouTube for them.
Yeah.
And it had like the ad, it was like, come get a great deal. And then at the end they went, sex.
Do they actually?
Yeah, 1000%. That's what happened.
I kind of want to see that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they actually call
They're
it.
aware.
Yeah, they're aware of the name. Oh.
Yeah, it's
That's amazing.
But we went into a sex shop yesterday at Chermside, which
change.
I didn't know there was one there. So that was shocking, first of all. They had a shite load of GameCube games, one of which was Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get it so bad.
Yeah. Well, they had Metroid Prime, they had Thousand Year Door, Mario Sunshine.
They had Pikmin, Wind Waker.
And the collector's edition of Wind Waker.
Star Fox Adventures.
Yeah.
Stairfax Temperatures.
Stairfax Temperatures.
Yeah.
Nice reference, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Nice. It was hard not to spend even more money there.
But timely, though, that we see a copy of Prime the day before we record an episode about it.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously we're going to be talking about the remastered version today, but still, I mean...
Is there any differences, like, apart from graphical and the controller figuration?
There are a bit, yeah. We'll get into it.
We'll get into it.
But yeah, I have a lot to say about this game.
Yeah.
Because this is one of my favorite games ever. Like,
you got a bit more of a history. Well, with Metroid as a whole, but with Prime.
Yeah, of course, especially with Prime. You'd never played Prime before this, right?
No.
So
I think I played like the tiniest bit of Corruption.
Sure, on the Wii.
Yeah, but I couldn't figure it out because I was a dumb like 10-year-old.
Sure, so like last week.
Yeah, dude. Thanks, man. And Federation...
Federation Forces?
Yeah, I think I played
Was that the 3DS one? Or did you play Prime Hunters on the DS?
Might have been Prime Hunters.
Because Federation Forces is a 3DS game.
It might have been it was definitely on DS. It was
Prime Hunters then.
That makes sense.
That was the shit back in the day, dude. We actually talked about that in the...
I think we mentioned
I believe in the Super Metroid episode.
Yeah.
And I did incorrectly call it... Federation Force, because that was on the brain. But then listening back to it, I was like, no, he meant Hunters. He meant Prime Hunters.
Yeah.
Like a spin-off game for Prime, which is really cool.
Yeah.
The drink, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by Metroid Prime, what we mean is there's a new flavor of Prime out called Metroid.
I saw Prime like at Woolies for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Allegedly, and I haven't bothered to look up whether this is true or not.
Yeah.
Allegedly, the Prime that we get in Australia, like that we can buy from Coles and Woolies, is completely different. It's not an energy drink. It's just like fucking Gatorade.
Really? Why would it be different?
I don't know. Whereas in the States, it's because the US has like no regulations on anything.
Yeah, true. There'd be a lot more here. And...
Yeah. We apparently the one we sell here is just like Gatorade, basically. Whereas the one
buy Gatorade then.
I mean, yeah.
Why would I buy Prime?
I don't know. I don't know if there's any truth to that. I don't know if that's just like because you can't just buy it off the shelf, but then also you can just buy fucking Red Bulls off the shelf anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not sure though. I don't know. I've just had a couple of like teacher friends say that, and I'm like, sure, I don't really care. Like, but okay,
whatever, dude.
But yeah,
have it anyway.
Enough about that kind of Prime.
We're talking about the good Prime, the Prime,
the Prime,
if you will.
Yeah. So this was your first experience with Metroid Prime.
This was like my first like proper like experience with Metroid in general. Like I've played a couple of Metroids like very momentarily.
Yeah.
So the other ones we talked about Super Metroid on the podcast and obviously my brief encounters with Samus and Smash.
Sure.
But like this is my first Prime experience, but like first Metroid.
Nice.
Like, overall, it was very good.
It's a damn good one to start
Yeah,
with. Like,
I probably chose the
properly.
best one.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Prime is just incredible. It is an absolutely incredible game.
And it's just like the best version to play it.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
and like I was just gonna say, this remaster is just like phenomenal.
Excellent. Well, it just sucks because I haven't played the original one, so I don't really
Yeah.
know. Like, I can't really compare the both. You
Yeah.
you could probably talk.
I've
to that
only
more,
played
so.
it on GameCube a little bit,
You played it on the Wii though.
but I played it all on the Wii
Is
because
it the same?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the same. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think there are any sort of graphical improvements between the GameCube and the Wii.
Yeah.
They run the same games pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, the big sell with the Wii though was that the controls were different because you had a
Yeah.
nunchuck and
So it's
Wii
like-
remote. So you run around with the nunchuck and you aim with the Wii remote.
I can imagine that would be a bit.
It was fucking
It wasn't
great.
janking, really.
It was fucking amazing.
Fuck.
Because those were the corruption controls, and so when
Yeah, got it.
when they ported Prime and Echoes over onto like the trilogy that I have on Wii,
Yeah.
they put the same controls onto those as well.
Got it.
Which worked really, really well. I mean, I loved it. When I actually got Prime Remastered, I changed the settings to be that, so that I was aiming with the right Joy-Con.
Really? So you're playing it like motion control the entire time?
For 1 minute.
Oh, for 1 minute.
And then I was like, shit, this sucks.
yeah.
I feel like if I went back to the Wii, though, I'd pick it straight up. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not a dual stick kind of person.
You're just a
but-
single stick.
But I did it. But
Yeah.
I did a dual stick configuration for this game while I played it on the Switch,
Yeah, right.
which was great. It worked really, really well.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, like the motion controls work perfectly on the Wii, but I found them so fucking janky for the couple of minutes I used them on the Switch.
They probably didn't put that much effort.
No,
feel
and
like,
I
into it.
appreciate that they give you like 4 different controller options though.
Yeah.
I appreciate a lot that they give you the option to do it like the Wii controls or like the GameCube
Yeah.
configuration or like updated 2-stick controls for the
Yeah.
Switch. Like I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Play it
say
however you want it.
Yeah,
Based
exactly.
on like however you used to play it back in the day. I think I just did like the normal control mode, which
I
probably
think is the
Switch
dual
one.
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did turn up my sensitivity on my camera stick though because like it was so slow and because that's
Yeah.
what you have to aim with as well. So I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
you don't want it
fuck
to be
me.
like,
especially in a boss fight.
yeah.
Which we'll get to. But how far through the game did you get?
I got to like the last main area.
Phase on Mines?
Yeah, phase on mines.
Did you get into like the deep phase on mines? Okay.
No.
So
So,
you're just
I
in,
got
like,
to
the
the
main
start of
mines.
phase on mines, and then I think Legend of Zelda came out.
Sure.
And
okay.
I was like, all right,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I've got to play that. I think I want to go back and play Prime after once I finish Zelda.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, I've just been meaning to get back into it because it was so much fun.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I also got up to the phase on mines.
Yeah, nice. You got to it way quicker than I did.
Yeah, well, I know every strategy for every boss fight, and I
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
know where every secret is, and I know the map layout so well.
Yeah.
I know, like, okay, when I get this upgrade, I need to go back to this door and this door and this door. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't like speed running by any means. I was still taking my time and enjoying it, but I
Yeah.
did move through the game pretty quickly.
Yeah. I remember talking to you and I was like, oh, because you're like, oh, to get 100%, you have to scan everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't scan the stuff in the
You
opening
missed
sequence.
some stuff in the Frigate Orphean, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, shit.
So like, and that's gone forever. And so
Yeah.
like, but scans actually accumulate across save files. So if you
So
were
I
to
could
start a
just-
new
yeah.
save file right now, you could scan those things.
I might do that.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty worth your time. The scanning stuff is really fun.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I love it.
It's really cool. It adds like this sort of like Pokédex encyclopedia
Yeah.
level of like completion to the game.
Well, it just tells you, it's like a real interesting way of the game telling you the story because it doesn't really tell you very explicitly.
Kind of drops you and then it's like figure it out.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate, honestly.
Yeah.
I like that it does that.
Yeah, I do too.
Before we move, I want to move on from the scans, but just quickly before
Yeah.
we do, I also really appreciate that there are a couple of scans like on the frigate at the start and all of the bosses, and there are some enemies that like you only see once, or like, you know, once you get the wave beam, those enemies disappear. So like there are things that you have to scan right when you see them, and if you don't, you miss them forever.
You're screwed.
Which like I triple checked with a guide to make sure, but where I'm up to in the game, I have scanned everything.
I feel like
Which
I've
I'm like,
scanned
yeah.
everything except in the opening area.
Yeah.
But it's not just like the scanning of the monsters, it's like scanning like screens and stuff like that, which tell you information about what's happened.
And especially in like the mines and when you get into like the the space pirate areas, and there's just like screen after screen after screen after screen. And it's good though that you know which ones you need to scan, because like the logbook entries are all red scans, whereas like regular entries are orange scans, and like
so it's like it's not going to count towards anything.
So it's it's cool, like, and it makes it real easy, especially when you're running through sections where you need to switch visors all the time. And you're like, oh, there's a computer here. I know I don't have to scan it. Like
the fucking end of Fendrana Drifts when you're switching between the night vision visor and the...
That section. So when you drop down and you get that visor and all the lights go off in the facility, that section scared me as a kid, and it scared me again as an adult.
It's just like, it didn't scare me, but it was really intense.
It's so tense, and because like you've got like the, I think that's the heat visor, isn't it?
The thermal visor.
So you've got the thermal visor on, and you're like, oh yeah, it's dark now, and you look up and you can see all the space pirates coming towards you, and it's like, oh fuck, okay.
It's not just them though; it's the fucking Metroids.
And the Metroids,
those are the scariest ones, because like they'll come and suck the shit out of you, dude.
Nice. Only if they buy me dinner first.
Take me out to dinner first, please. I was just gonna say one more thing about the scans. I think I just like it because it means you're controlling the story.
Yes, of course.
It's not the game like giving you all these cinematics and stuff like that. You're finding out more and more information. It's just, it's cool.
I like it. And you went to the crash site at the start, like the temple where you scan all of the artifacts,
awesome.
And like then that gives you clues as to where they all are throughout the world.
I haven't really looked at them, but
I'm missing a couple, but like I know where they are. I just haven't got them yet. One of them I did forget. Then I got a little bit further, and I'm like, "Fuck, that was back there." Like, but it's fine. Like, I was going on like I've gotten every missile tank thus far as well, and I am going for like 100%, like completely 100%.
Are you gonna go back to it once you're done with Zelda?
Well, I stopped playing Jedi Survivor to play Zelda, and I stopped playing Metroid to play Jedi Survivor. So like it's I don't know. So
you gotta start like working your way.
And
back.
I was playing Hollow Knight again, and I stopped that to play Metroid.
I really want to play Hollow Knight.
Have you not played it?
I've gotten up to like this third area, but I've always just sort of stopped around there for some reason. Just because it's like there's always been something else that's come up, and I wanted to play that instead.
Whoa, okay.
I hate it.
Oh, you really have to play Hollow Knight, dude.
Yeah, I really want to. It's just the sound design and the gameplay is just amazing.
And Silk Song's going to come out later this year.
True. I thought it was meant to be out already.
It was, but they pushed it back again because they want to make it good.
Yeah, good.
Which
should have done that with
delay games. Please delay games. Like,
imagine if they didn't push back Tears of the Kingdom.
Fine.
Wait,
imagine if they did or didn't.
Didn't.
Did they delay it?
I thought it was.
I didn't think it was delayed.
I thought it was meant to come out near the end of last year, and then they pushed it back to this. Let me
Google
let me
that
look
shit.
it up. I don't want to. I don't want to be.
But either
wrong.
way, this Metroid. So, oh my god, speaking of release,
I'll look it up later.
The release of Metroid Prime Remastered was fast.
What a time.
So like I was at school.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of a class, like my students were just like hanging out, like doing we're doing assessment. They were all like working individually.
Yeah.
And I pulled out my phone and I was getting like Twitter notifications, and one of them said something about, because there was a direct.
Yeah.
And one of them said something about Metroid. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
So I pulled up YouTube real quick and like tapped through the direct to get to Metroid. And it was like, Metroid Prime Remastered coming physically next month, out now digitally on the Switch store. Like, I was like, holy shit, they shadow dropped Metroid.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Like, Nintendo doesn't do that.
Nintendo doesn't shadow drop shit. Like, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And like, I waited to get it physically.
Yes.
I really did toss up getting it just digitally that night.
I really wanted to, but I was like, nah, the physical copy would be so nice. And the case is nice too. It's got like two artworks in it. You can flip it inside out. And
which I really appreciate. Yeah.
Cool. Man, it was insane. That was such a good
I can't believe they shadow dropped it.
It's just they don't ever do that. They really don't. If they shadow drop something, it's like Pokemon Cafe remix. You can play that right now. Like, something stupid. It's like shit like that.
To be fair, they just shadow dropped Pikmin 1 and 2 as well.
True.
They were like, hey, both of these are available on the Switch store right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit. I mean, no plans for physical release, so I guess
I thought there was.
Not that I know of. I
saw somewhere there will be.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, hopefully. That'd be cool.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't played much of Pikmin 1 and 2. I've never played any of 2.
I've never played Pikmin.
I've played one day of Pikmin.
Yeah.
Like in the 30 days. Like I've played one day. God, back like 10, 12 years ago. Like,
yeah.
I can't wait though. I want to play them so bad because Pikmin 4 is coming and like 3 Deluxe is on Switch. So the whole series is there, which is awesome.
It's pretty cool. It's interesting they're sort of bringing back all these series now at the end of the Switch's life cycle.
That is really interesting. Yeah. I'm also really stoked that because of the Game Boy, going back to Metroid, because of the Game Boy additions to like Nintendo Switch Online, you can now play Fusion as well, like, which is just amazing.
I've never played it.
It's so good. Yeah. The 2D Metroid games, like I said on a previous episode, I want like a 2D Metroid All Stars.
Yeah, like, it's weird they haven't done that
with like, you know, Metroid. Return of Samus, and like give us like Zero Mission and the 3DS remake of Return of Samus as well.
Yeah.
And then Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, like give us all the 2D Metroids in one collection. That would just be fucking incredible.
Or like the Prime trilogy on Switch.
I'm kind of shocked they haven't released Echoes or Corruption. Like, I know Prime only came out this year, but it sold so well.
Yeah.
I think they would be so fucking dumb. And with Prime 4 still coming.
Yeah. Is it coming?
I hope so.
It's just been forever.
I bought my Switch the day they announced Prime 4, and that was in October of 2017.
Insane. That's 6 years ago. God. And they haven't, I don't know.
Well, because apparently it was underway, then it all got scrapped, and they started fresh.
Yeah.
Which is like, whatever, like if it's a better game ultimately because of it, that's fine with me. But like...
I'm sure COVID's just like pushed it back even more.
I'm sure that didn't help. Yeah. But I have full faith in Retro Studios though. Like they make good shit. Yeah, and I think that Prime 4 is going to be amazing.
Did they make all of Prime?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe they're like the only company who makes Metroid games. No, they didn't make Dread. Or did they? I don't think.
I doubt they would have. Dread. No,
because they're working on 4.
Yeah, we think.
I don't know any of these studios, but like, Retro is really good. And
they did the new Donkey Kong Country games as well.
Yes, they did. Yeah,
yeah, which are very nice.
Which I really want to play Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, it's really good. I got to the 6th world and I haven't played any further, but. Good shit. I
really want to play Tropical Freeze. Yeah. We should do that as a let's play or something.
Yeah. We'll do that.
That'd
for sure.
Sick.
Anyway, Prime.
Nuts. It's so good. Yeah. And this remaster, while there's nothing kind of noticeable, like it didn't need any real quality of life improvements. The menu system works really well. The gameplay is really solid. Yeah. I don't think there were any quality of life improvements. I didn't notice any. I mean, other than the alternative control schemes. Yeah. But like in terms of the way that the game was sort of remade, or it was remastered, not remade, but it just plays really, really well.
Yeah. I mean, we've already got like an excellent base game, and there's not much to really improve on. It's just really just a graphical update, which looks...
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Looks really good.
It's one of those things where like, I remember, this is how good I've always seen Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is how I remember it from when I played it on the Wii. But now I watched the opening cutscene like on a Let's Play from the Wii version.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, it looks
like,
bad.
I think I've seen... Well, it doesn't look bad. It's just like...
It doesn't look good though. Like, I mean, okay, it looks good for its age.
Yeah. But when did it come out?
Prime was 05, I believe.
Oh, really? I thought it was older.
Because I'm fairly sure... Actually, I think Corruption was 07.
Yeah, that tracks.
So maybe Prime was 02. Maybe Echoes was 05.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly look.
Yeah, if you want to look that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... Yeah, you've already got solid base games. Which, it is shocking to me that they only remastered Prime 1. And like, maybe 2 and 3 are going to come out at some point down the line as a bundle.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like...
2002.
2002, yeah. Cool. Yeah, because I remember Corruption is 07.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's 07.
Dude, that's 16 years since the last, like, proper Prime. That's a long time.
To be fair, it's 21 years since the first Prime.
Yeah, geez.
Which is nuts to think about.
I hate thinking about that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. What's, like, your favorite part about Prime?
The world, like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think it's just flawless, and Metroid has always been good with atmosphere, musically and like in terms of level design. I think, I mean, obviously it goes without saying because it is a Metroid game, but the Metroidvania aspect of it, where you go to a place, you get an upgrade, you go, and then that loops you back to where you were, and then you can go this way again, and like the Metroidvania aspect of this Metroid game, the collection nature of like getting all of the upgrades, which is sort of the same thing. And the level design, the map layout, the different areas you can go to. So all of that, though, contributing to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And the music, man.
It's, when you load up the game, it's just like introduction music. However it goes. It's insane. I love the beat just at the start of it.
My favorite.
It's just so good.
The one that gets stuck in my head all the time, which is funny because I think it's my least favorite area in the game.
I think I know what you're going to
say. Magmore Caverns.
Yeah.
That
got stuck in my head.
It's like,
it's so catchy. It's just like repetitive the entire time.
It's like the chanting, like the Gregorian chanting in the background.
And it like does the key change throughout, so it just sounds even more intense.
And Phendrana Drifts is so like ethereal and like gorgeous, so and
it's funny because I heard that song like in a lo-fi version first, like before I played this game.
Or Phendrana Drifts?
Phendrana Drifts. Yeah. And then I played the game. I'm like, oh man.
What is your favorite and least favorite area of the game?
Good question.
So you've got Talon Overworld, you've got Chozo Ruins. You've got Magmore Caverns, you've got Phendrana Drifts.
I think my favorite is Phendrana Drifts.
Yeah?
I think it's probably the most challenging, but it's the coolest.
I was just going to say, it's the area I dread going to because of how challenging...
You Metroid dread going to?
That was pretty good,
yeah, thanks, man.
It's the area I Metroid dread going to. Yeah. That was a prime joke, dude. I forced that one a bit.
Yeah, that was really shit.
Thanks, man.
Moving on, dude.
But yeah, I think I dread going to Phendrana Drifts because of the Sheegoths. Like the baby Sheegoths, and then like when you have to fight the Sheegoth.
The spike dudes?
The little two, and you have to hit the spikes on their back. Like, yeah. I mean, once you get the wave beam, it's no problem.
Yeah.
But like, while you're making your way through Phendrana Drifts to get the wave beam, those little fuckers are impossible to kill.
It's pretty
without
hard.
chewing through all your missile supply.
Yeah.
Which,
But at least it's like getting your missile supply. I always thought it was going to be a bit harder, but it's pretty easy.
It's not bad, and especially once you start acquiring more and more missile tanks. Like, you can just rake in the missiles from enemies and from random drops. Like, I
like the fact as well when you charge your beam, it just like draws everything in. You're like, fuck, I don't have to like try and go up to these weird like high locations to try and grab everything.
Yeah.
That's my favorite area. It's just the atmosphere, and just like you start off in this cold like area, and then you go deeper and deeper into the station. It's like find all the Metroid. Like that's the first time you see a Metroid. Yeah,
because that's where the space pirate like base at the facility is.
It's just like a really cool setting and really cool like story wise.
Yeah, it's where you encounter the flying pirates.
Yeah,
and Samus sees a Metroid again.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's intense, and you get the wave beam. You get the wave beam in that.
Yeah. It's and then the thermal visor and yeah.
Magmore Caverns was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's my least favorite level because I like the look of it, I like all the fire stuff. But Chozo Ruins is pretty solid.
Chozo Ruins is really fun. Magmore Caverns, I think, is just the most annoying until you get the grapple beam.
Yeah,
and it becomes the easiest.
I still don't have it.
Oh, really?
I think you get that in
the Chozo Mines.
The Chozo Mines?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Phazon Mines. Sorry.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Same difference.
What, your new Prime?
Okay. Sorry, I was thinking of the Chozo Ruins still. Like, but
sorry, buddy.
But it's you get the grapple beam in the Phazon Mines.
Yeah.
So that's but once you get that, Magmore Caverns becomes a breeze. You can just grapple all the way through it. But up until that point,
I think the annoying part of it's all those turrets that shoot at you.
Oh, fuck,
and they just do a ridiculous like amount of damage.
They do, yeah.
Which is just that part's annoying for sure.
Yeah, I think I would definitely agree that I dread going to Phendrana Drifts, but I think it's my favorite location for the story reasons and for the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I do just love the Talon Overworld, though.
Yeah.
It's just so simple really and beautiful and so lush. And
there's a lot to explore, too. Like,
there's so much to explore.
Yeah, like, it's not just the overworld, there's all these secrets. It's all, obviously, you get entrances to all the different worlds, and there's parts to unlock as you do more of the game. So I really like it. It's great.
The way the worlds all link together, too. I think, with the elevators and, like... I think that's really cool.
I think the only thing I don't like about that aspect of the game. There's no checkpoints I can just automatically transport to.
No fast travel.
No fast travel, yeah.
Look, yeah, that does get annoying, especially in the back half of the game.
Yeah, when you're doing lots of backtracking, it's just...
Fuck yeah, and you're like, the only way to get through to this area is to go back through, like, the now pitch black base.
Yeah.
But, like...
It's, like, always pitch black now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back through there to go grab something, and I think sucks.
That's what I'm dreading, especially since that game is like so reliant on backtracking. It's like that Metroidvania aspect of it. It's like, why wouldn't you add the fast travel element?
Metroid's never had fast travel.
Yeah, but I feel like if it's a 2D game,
but they're smaller games.
Yeah,
exactly.
Can you do it in future, like in the next couple of Primes?
No.
That just seems like the logical thing to do, though.
Dread has... It's not fast travel. You still have to get to the location.
Yeah.
But it's... In essence, it's the same as the lifts, to be honest. It's not really fast travel.
Yeah.
You can't just select it from your map like in Zelda and just wind up there.
Like, I know there are shortcuts, which make it easier, but it's not like...
Yeah.
Some reason it reminded me of Banjo-Tooie, because you can go to the silos and you can go between the main areas of the game to get to all the worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
And in that game, there's a good amount of backtracking too. So at least you just quickly exit a world, you go to those silos, or there's like train stations in every world that takes you to another world. It's like, I don't know. I would have thought that maybe they'd do something like that in future games, but
yeah,
that's probably my main criticism, I guess.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. And I think that leads me into like, I guess like the final thing I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've kind of said everything. Like, it's just a fucking great game.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Bosses and enemies. Who was your favorite boss and least favorite boss to fight? If you can think of that.
I'm trying to remember them, because you had the big plant dragon thingy in Flagra in the first one.
Yeah. Oh,
in Chozo Ruins.
Yeah. So like you've got like the smaller bosses, I guess, like the hive totem that shoots out the wasps.
Yeah.
That's like the first boss. It's small fry, but you've got Flagra, the plant monster that you fight, and you have to use the morph ball. Yeah. That fight always fucking irritated me.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying.
Frustrating.
It like once I figured it out, it was kind of okay.
The worst though is when like you hit him and like one of his like tentacles on the other side of the arena retracts. Yeah. And you just have to go fuck. And he doesn't stay down for very long.
No.
And also because like you have to get around so much of the arena to knock the lamps off him.
Yeah.
And like by the time you get to the third one, he's like fucking knocked the other one back, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake.
It's more so like the later stages of the boss fight. Yeah. Because like I think the first couple of rounds it's okay, but
yeah, the final stage of it is very frustrating.
Annoying. Yeah. Who's the main boss in Fendrano Drifts again?
The massive Sheegoth. That was fine.
It's fine. It's just a really long fight.
It goes on for a long time.
I think I remember messaging you. I'm like, dude, this fight's taking forever.
Well, I mean, okay, the Sheegoth isn't the main fight. You've got I forgot his name, the Stone Titan.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the one you meant? I meant the Sheegoth. Yeah, no, forgot his name though. Probably because I fucking hate that fight.
Yeah.
And because you have to be in the thermal visor.
Yeah,
but then
that's the fight.
But then when you expose the like the plasma, it like blinds you, so you gotta go back, and then you're in a snowstorm, and like that fight goes on forever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
What's his name? I can't remember.
Titan Man.
Sure, Titan Man. Yeah. Titan Man. We'll call him that.
We'll call him that. Yeah. There's no boss in the fire
Magmore Caverns.
Magmore Caverns. It's like mini bosses, but
there's mini bosses, but like not like a. Is there? No, there's not.
I don't know.
Can't even remember.
Yeah.
I sped through that game again.
Yeah. But yeah, the bosses are fine. They're nothing crazy.
I think
they've done yet.
They're designed really well.
Yeah.
They're like easy enough to get the hang of, but can still fuck you around if you're not careful. Like I think it's always a bit touch and go with them, but I think they're worthwhile.
Yeah.
I'm never dreading them. Except for that Stone Titan guy.
Yeah, he was a bit of a
I dread him because he was just annoying.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
More than difficult.
But you get the spider ball attachment from him.
Yeah.
And that's pretty baller.
Stop. Nice. Well, at least like all like the rewards you get from the bosses are like pretty solid.
I think every environment that you go into, and even like the mini bosses that you fight and the regular bosses that you fight, like the things you get for defeating them, it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, because it just like unlocks all these areas that you can go back to and grab shit. What do you think of like all your weapons / abilities that you get in the game?
I think they're all solid as hell. Yeah. All the look, you get so many visors and so many beams, but they all serve a purpose.
Yeah.
And they're actually enemies designed specifically that, like, you know, the pirates, like there's different types of pirates that can only be killed by certain beams.
Yeah.
Like you can hit one of them with the plasma beam all day long, but it can only be killed by the wave beam.
Yeah.
Like the wave pirates and the plasma pirates, like, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. Makes you like think for a little bit. Like you can't just shoot at it.
Strategizing. Yeah. And I think that, you know, having doors that only unlock with certain beams is really cool as well, which is, you know, been a thing since always in the Metroid franchise.
There's like this room in the Chozo ruins that has like had a white door, a red door, and a purple door or something. Yeah.
Wave beam, ice beam, plasma beam,
Yeah, but like every door I unlocked always, I can't remember what I got, but it was usually something really good.
Yeah, and when you go back there and I know the exact room you're talking about.
Yeah, nice, dude. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, and so you get like missile tanks from there. That's also, I believe, the first room where you encounter the Chozo ghosts. Yeah, those little fuckers.
Those fuckheads.
And then the fact that you can get like super missile versions of every beam as well.
The super missile versions are like, they're OP.
The wave beam super missile, where like it's just a
it just keeps going until you.
It's insane.
It's OP.
Yeah, it's great for boss fights.
Yeah, I don't think I've really used it that much for boss fights.
Yeah,
but like I used to use them for like the turrets and those, like, you know how you're going through Fangena drifts on the way back, and there's those can't remember what they are.
The Sheegoths.
No, it was like when you're in like tunnels specifically, and there's like a little electric monster thingies that are shooting. I can't remember what it was.
The pulse bombers.
Yeah,
and they like drop the bombs.
Yeah,
and they wreck your visor.
Yeah,
the pulse bombers.
Those guys were fucking annoying.
Yeah.
So that's what I had to use.
I literally just run through them.
Yeah. Well, I tried to, but then one of them would just caught me off guard, and it's just like shit.
Yeah. No, I think enemy design wise, like really the purpose they all serve in the world, the way they're actually designed. Like, I think they're all just super solid.
Yeah, and when you scan them, there's just like so much information and like a way. It doesn't like tell you how to beat them, but it's like this is their weakness.
When you scan a boss, it will tell you the boss's weakness.
Yeah.
And actually, interestingly, when you scan some bosses, like for instance the
Titan Man?
No, the very first boss of the game in the frigate at the very start of the game.
Yeah, it's like the big thingy.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's the one in that Smash Bros stage.
The mama, yeah.
Yeah.
When you scan her, what you get is then when you lock on, if you lock on before you scan her, it just locks onto her. But if you lock on after you scan her, it locks onto her weak point.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so like the scanning actually helps you, it shows you where to target.
Actually, it like mechanically helps you.
Yeah.
I like that. I didn't realize you could do that.
Yeah, because otherwise you're locking on and you're not really doing that much damage.
Yeah.
Whereas if you scan her, then lock back on again, it actually locks onto her weak point.
It's kind of like Samus has learned like how to defeat the enemy, so it kind of helps like your scanning. Absolutely. I like that. I didn't realize he could do it.
The world building and environment building and the Chozo ruins that you go to, like where like the artifacts all are, like the crash site, like oh my, and awesome. The fact that one of the levels in the game is actually the crashed ship, from the first section of the game, so fucking cool.
Gosh, it took me ages, I think, to figure out how to actually get to unlock that area.
Yeah, because you need the gravity suit.
Yeah. So I had to go back. I think I ended up going back down Fangina Drifts or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's been a while.
From in there,
Yeah. So that was baller. That was an awesome moment.
Yeah,
it's like going back through some of these. Actually, one of the coolest moments is actually at the start of the game. Like you have all your abilities, and then you take on Ridley. He or whatever it is fucks you up, and then you lose everything. You're like, oh, fuck! Now I got to go get everything. It's just a really cool like moment. Just shows you, this is Tears of the Kingdom kind of moment. It's like, oh, this is everything you could have. Now you got to work towards it and get it again.
And like, that is like very much like it leans perfectly into the Metroidvania like style. Yeah, and I really like it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's a good game. I really want to finish it because I really want to take on that Ridley, whatever that fight is.
The Meta Ridley fight is.
It sounds like it would be pretty.
It's really cool. Yeah.
I'm keen.
Yeah, I'm keen. But yeah, any final thoughts on the game before
I love it. I think I don't know. I didn't really have any expectations going into it. Like, I heard it was a really good game, but like I never played it before. Never really seen any gameplay of it. Like besides like some first person shooter moments. So I was like, I didn't really know anything. I went into it pretty blind, which I don't usually do for some games.
Sure, yeah.
But I did it, and like I've had a fucking great time. It's been so good, and just like exploring everything, and all of the combat's super fun. The enemies are fun to fight.
Great. Yeah.
But it's more so the exploration part and like finding all the secrets and like, you know, filling up the whatever it's called, the scan log and doing all of that. That's the funnest. It's the completionist thing.
You should watch the completionist video.
I would love to.
It's really great. Yeah.
The one with MatPat back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
I think he did do one with MatPat.
I thought that was Prime. Yeah. True.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, I echo. I Metroid Prime.
Nice, dude.
All of that.
This is full of Metroid puns.
Thanks, man. No, I echo all of that. Like, it's a fantastic game. I remember the experience you had feels like the same experience I had playing it back on the Wii for the first time.
Yeah.
And I felt that same sort of joy again playing it on the Switch, which is like, it's so rare to feel that with a game these days. But like, man, the last 5 years, Nintendo's really been fucking doing it for me. Hey, like, it's been so good.
Yeah.
Starting with Odyssey, we've been on a hot streak. Like,
it's been good. Breath of the Wild, Odyssey, Tears of the Kingdom, whatever.
Metroid remake.
Metroid remakes. Whatever
Metroid
else.
Dread. Oh my God.
I still need to play it.
It's so good, dude.
Once I finish Prime.
Maybe we'll do that as a Let's Play.
Yeah. Maybe. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think one thing about the game as well, it just didn't feel hard, like that complicated and confusing.
It has a difficulty curve, but like it doesn't feel. But like if you fuck up, it is your fault.
Yeah.
There are no points where I died or where I got hit where I'm like, that was.
It's just it's just poor game design.
Yeah. It's fantastically made.
Yeah, and
so if you haven't played it, highly
definitely should. I don't know. I found it easy to get into, and like everything was sort of easy-ish to learn. Maybe some of the abilities was a bit hard at times, but like.
But then once you get the hang of it, it's great. Yeah,
it's great. No, I loved it, and the music design, the audio design is fucking perfect.
Could do another whole episode just about the audio.
Yeah, it's just the music's great. I still just can't, because I've heard the intro music before in Smash. Yeah. But just hearing it again, just like, it just sounds awesome. And even just like going between like the menu and all the menu sounds as well. It's just.
It feels very satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and all the bonus stuff too.
Yeah.
Like in the menu, like you can find like bonus content and like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a thing in the original Metroid.
Was, yeah. I mean, on the Wii it was. I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, but that stuff's cool. Like
I knew where it was, so yeah.
So I'm keen to like check more and more of that out and like concept art and all. It's just something that a lot like Nintendo doesn't do a lot of the time with remastered games, like especially with 3D All Stars. Yeah, it's like it was just like the music. You could listen to the music, and that was it. And
that's it. Yeah.
So I appreciate
Switch
it. Switch
just becomes an MP3 player.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad about it. But yeah, no, it's great. I'm so keen to get back and finish it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I'm keen to hear your thoughts when you do.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you all about it. Once I've done that last world and Ridley and trying 100%
the final boss, man. You wait.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
I'm keen.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
On that note, though.
We'll leave that.
Nice, clean podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, very clean. Clean podcast.
Well, yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. And we'll see you again next week with another one.
The next one's I'm very excited to do.
Yeah,
next
one
it's going to be a little bit of a different kind of podcast.
Changing up the format a little bit.
Yeah, something we haven't done before, so I'm very excited, very keen.
Hell yeah.
Tune in for that and all of our other content. Follow us at our socials. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, other things.
Yeah,
probably.
All of that will be in the description below. You can follow along. Subscribe, like, comment. Thank you.
Share it around. Share
Give
it
us
with
a
your buddies.
5-star rating on whatever you're listening to. Spotify, Apple Music, Google.
Helps a lot.
Helps so much.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
See you later.